Welcome to Mobile by May. I'm Steve May, a residential realtor, a historic preservationist, and a licensed home builder in the state of Alabama. Please join us as we help to showcase all things Mobile, including preservation projects, real estate, Mobile history, and reimagining spaces with architectural salvage. If you're considering buying or selling, please give me a call. I'd love an opportunity to meet with you. You can call or email me below, and please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Steve May with Mobile by May. We are filming from the iconic location of the Battlehouse in the Crystal Ballroom, and I'm here with my co-host, Lisa Graves.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Of course, we all know that I'm a lover of big old oak trees and historic homes, but what a treat it is to be here at the Battlehouse. Do you guys know that Andrew Jackson stayed here? Roosevelt stayed here right after he was elected.
He did. Yes.
It's been around since the early 1800s, right?
Yeah, actually, it's so interesting because in 1852, it was the battles had created this hotel and it burned, and then it was rebuilt in 1908. And it is a luxurious, historic hotel, which has won a lot of different awards, nationally acclaimed, top 10, USA Today, all kinds of different awards. We're in a crystal ballroom. If you can see these crystal chandeliers in this rose room with all these beautiful capitals and I mean, the artwork in here and the frescoes and the painting is just really something to behold. And we're also going to show you the lobby with this wonderful dome skylight, which is like Beaux Art style. And it's so neat because the history of this hotel, as you mentioned, with the War of 1812 and Andrew Jackson, who was a general and later a U.S. president. But the neat thing about this being kind of the living room for the city of Mobile downtown is it has in the four corners of the lobby, it has the four different flags that have flown over the city. It has the French, the Spanish, the English, and then it has George Washington, the United States. So it has all the different kings out there. So it's a really neat location. And, you know, this episode, we're featuring the downtown Lower Dauphin Historic District. We thought, what better place to start out with than the Battlehouse down here on Royal Street.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, we'll be going to Bienville Square and a couple other places downtown. Downtown is a wealth of really cool places and things to do. I know one of the videos that we'll have in here has the Maritime Museum. There's just so much to do. Great food, cool bars, coffee shops. There's just a lot to do, but you definitely have to come here to the Battlehouse. It's a quick walk from the History Museum, so it's if you don't stay here, but you should stay here because it's a real treat to stay here.
Yeah, it was restored about 20 years ago by the RSA, which is the Teachers Retirement Fund, who really did an incredible job on restoring this this hotel. And what they also did was the RSA Tower behind us. It's connected to that. That's the tallest building in the state of Alabama. It's a 35-story office building, and just the combination of that all down here and that investment in downtown has been a phenomenal impetus for revitalization. And as you mentioned, I mean, we have so much history down here with historic buildings, but then we also have these beautiful new buildings. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a feast for the eyes, being able to drive down some of these streets and see 1850s, 1830s houses and buildings, and then, brand new skyscrapers and things like that. So we're really going to feature all that downtown has to offer with this beautiful parks. We're going to go to Bienville Square, which has so much history. It's kind of the living room of Mobile, and take y'all through some of the beautiful streetscapes and next to the water downtown with the cruise terminal and the Maritime Museum Center and the Convention Center. So we've just got a lot happening in this little small concentric area. And
a lot of people choose to live downtown.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot more demand residentially to come downtown because there's just so much happening. So it's really a neat thing to see as the area is getting better and better all the time.
And it's not unusual for people that live very close to downtown to hop in their golf cart, like a Steve May,
That's
and
right.
come on down here. So, Dauphin Square is very close to here. And we did an episode on that recently where it's more like the French Quarter style home. So you've got to make this a part of your visit to come to the Battlehouse. And all the museums are really close here. And the big, huge old churches, the Christ Cathedral's down here, the Basilica's down here. Basilica's right off of, I can't remember the name.
Lower Dauphin Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
right by the Cathedral Square.
You are in for a treat. Are there any other thoughts? Oh, we've got to tell them about the restaurant here. The
Oh
trellis
yeah, the
room.
trellis room is awesome. Absolutely
Four
incredible
Diamond
cuisine.
Hotel, yeah.
Hmm.
And there are plenty of people and grand events that have happened in these ballrooms here. Can you imagine Mardi Gras way back when? And
Yeah,
I'm sure they go on here too, also in the future today. But it is just like you want to just like want to breathe this room in and like, oh, wow, who used to be here? Who's walked these floors? And it's kind of quiet because we're here really early in the morning. Steve and I kind of feel like we're whispering, but we're really not. There's just nobody else in here. And of course, we have grown dramatically with our subscribers. Thank you all who have subscribed and liked and shared. It
absolutely.
has been unbelievable here lately. Our last episode, that's almost up to 300 views, and we gained like 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
So thank y'all. Please keep that coming. And remember, if you have any questions for Steve, he loves them. Text him or email him at smay@samwinter.com. And one of your listings is right close here to
Yeah, I have
downtown.
some listings downtown. Again, the residential demand has really picked up. So a lot of these older houses are being restored and people are moving down here and even young families and things like that. But we just thought it would be such a great idea to start out at the Battlehouse because it's such a beautiful location and setting and all the artwork and history and everything in this area. And for people that want to visit Mobile, we're really trying to showcase the beautiful areas and the places to come as tourists and come to view the museums and some of the beautiful parks and squares and the history of our city. So I hope you can come. Hey, y'all, so we're in the Crystal Ballroom in the Battlehouse next to the lobby. I just want to give you a kind of a quick tour of this and how beautiful this area is. And look at these columns and these capitals and the painting and the artwork, and has a depiction of Mardi Gras, which of course is the birthplace of Mardi Gras in North America, is in Mobile. And then I love this over here because look, you have the RSA Tower, which is the tallest tower in the city and in the state of Alabama. And we've got the cruise ship right here along the river. So we're right here on Mobile Bay, which is next to the Gulf of Mexico. And we've just got so much to absorb visually here. The oldest school building in the state of Alabama, 1830s Barton Academy over there. Look at some of the French explorers. So it really helps to tell a really cool story about the history of our city and just really the grandeur of it. I'm going to take y'all here into the lobby, which is just magnificent. I want you to look at this dome skylight where it's kind of Beaux Arts style, but look at this. It's magnificent where the sun light kind of comes through this. It's Tiffany style glass, like 40 some feet tall, this atrium. And this is what we were talking about here with the different kings and the different flags that have flown over the city. You can see Ferdinand of Spain, George Washington, Louis XIV of France, and then George III of England. So look at this. This is just a beautiful place to come to. They've got an incredible restaurant called the Trellis Room over here. And just love this location and just wanted to showcase this for everybody, some of the beauty that Mobile has. And I'm so glad that they were able to preserve this hotel, this historic hotel. There's so much that went into bringing this back to life and restoring it. So we're going to take you out to Bienville Square next to show you some of these other really iconic areas in the city. But I just love this view. It's so special. Hey, good morning, y'all. We are here in Bienville Square at the Ketchum Fountain. And it's the most beautiful area in the city. I just love this in downtown. This was actually, Bienville Square is named after the founder of Mobile from France. And also the Ketchum Fountain was named after a prominent doctor who created this so that we would have clean drinking water 150 years ago. And so it's a bicentennial celebration of this area. This actually was the location of a Spanish hospital, and then it was preserved as public space and converted into a square. So it's just beautiful. There's been millions of dollars put into restoring it, revitalizing this area, really opening it up. We lost a lot of live oak trees during Hurricane Sally several years ago. And so through that, they ended up being able to make it more open, more lush with green space. And I just love this whole location because this is really central area for Mardi Gras celebration. during Mardi Gras, we have over 1 million people a year that come to our city. And this is one of the central areas where all the parades come around here. And you'll notice there's beads hanging from some of the trees still because the city hasn't been able to get them out of the trees yet. But we just wanted to show y'all all that Mobile has to offer downtown with our beautiful old buildings and new buildings and skyscrapers, and kind of the mix of all these together tells a wonderful story about our city and the history that we have. And I'm so glad they were able to preserve and revitalize this fountain. Come in close, let me show you how beautiful this is. I wish I had a penny to throw in for good luck. Look at all the pennies in there, Lisa. Isn't that beautiful though? With the acanthus leaf design, and look at the fountains, the way that they're spewing out. They did a tremendous job on the restoration of this whole project. Y'all need to come downtown and come see it. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. We're downtown in the Lower Dauphin Historic District. We are going to tour Lower Dauphin Street, which is the heart of downtown. This is the last historic district that we wanted to feature here. And it's a really cool blend of commercial buildings, bars, restaurants, all kinds of little boutique shops. It's really come a long way. Here in the last several years, there's been a lot of development and things in this area, and we just love it down here. There were about 7 restaurants here 20 years ago. Now there's 57. This is, you can see some of the different types of architecture here. Got a heavy French influence. Got these, then you can see in the distance there, you can see the RSA Tower, which is the tallest building in the state of Alabama. And take you down here, a lot of 1850s kind of brick warehouses. And you can see some of the cast iron balconies. We've got some of these left. It's really beautiful. It kind of takes you back to a bygone era of a time when this was bustling before the malls and things were popular. This is where all the shopping and everybody had. So you go into Lower Dauphin Street and you've got some beautiful parks. We're going to come up here on the right on Cathedral Square. And then right to the right here is the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. Just a beautiful cathedral. And see this little park here. They have a lot of concerts and things downtown. Look at this beautiful church. These giant granite scored columns, cast iron work. Just love this area. And then this is the Bishop Portier House, 1833. He was the first bishop of Mobile. So, as you probably picked up on in the past, we just love these live oak trees and see how they're planted and how they kind of wrap around the building. It just makes it so beautiful. One of the houses I wanted to show y'all is this beautiful 1840s brick townhouse that's under renovation. It's been abandoned for decades over here on the left. It's called the Chigazola House. And hopefully we're going to do a tour of the interior of that as they are restoring it. Doesn't look like a lot right now, but it's going to be stunner when it's finished. And now we're going to head down Lower Dauphin Street again. And see, some of these units here have been converted. The upstairs are condos and apartments, and then the downstairs are apartments, or we've got candy stores. Or this is an 1830s building. Used to be the Spotted Tea. It's an incredible breakfast place. So this is really the kind of the entertainment district. We're in a Friday morning, so it's not a lot of traffic. I thought it'd be easier to film, but look at all these cool, unique buildings, all the way back to the 1850s, 1930s. They're all different. That's part of what I love about preservation is each one of these structures is kind of like its own masterpiece. It's not anything prefab or anything like today with modern architecture and everything's built so quickly. But this is a beautiful view here with these 19th century commercial buildings, and then in the background you have the RSA Tower. It's kind of a neat juxtaposition of the old and the new, and progress and things that really trying to reinvigorate this area. At night, these lights above us are all lit up, and it makes for a beautiful, beautiful area. But see, look at these little shops. This area is really, really on its way back. And we come into what we call Mobile's living room. Here on the left is Bienville Square, which is a beautiful tree-lined square. It's got an awesome fountain in the middle called the Ketchum Fountain. And this is kind of the heart of, during Mardi Gras and everything, this place is just jam-packed with hundreds of thousands of people. And they just redid this square. Spent a few $1 million, the city did, on beautifying it, and had a lot of rotten trees and things, unfortunately, that had to be removed for safety reasons. I just love this area down here. It's neat to have this green space in the middle of all this, of all these buildings. We've got Trustmark building. This building up here, during Mardi Gras, we have what we call, when we celebrate Mardi Gras festivities, there's a moon pie at the top of this building, and they drop the moon pie on New Year's Eve. So that's kind of a little neat thing that we do here, because it's kind of unique that it's a throw that we have during our Mardi Gras celebration. Very tranquil this morning. What a beautiful morning. All right. So a lot of these buildings are getting facade improvements. They're redoing. That's a building for the Senior Bowl we have, where all the top college football players come to Mobile. NFL scouts and things come here. It's really a big deal. The Antwerp building. And look at, I just love all the cast iron balconies, and look at the streetscape here. This is a Victorian commercial building. We've got some and down here to the left is the Battlehouse, which is our 5-star hotel. This is Royal Street. This is heading down towards like Fort Conde Village, the History Museum. We've got a lot of hotels and things here. We're actually on the Mardi Gras route. So during Mardi Gras, all the parades and all the floats are going up and down this area. This is the Maritime Museum Center right here on the Mobile River. And it's designed to look like a ship. Isn't that cool? They have all kinds of interactive displays in here of like driving a giant tanker. It simulates that. Really cool feature that they've added to downtown. And then right here along the river, we have this huge company. It's a shipbuilder called Austal. It builds ships for the Navy. And it's really, Austal is a combination of Australia and Alabama. That's why they came up with the name. And this is just another vision of downtown coming in. This is our little tiny downtown with the History Museum right here. So different hotels. Just a really fun place to come down here. We bike down here in the mornings and walk. This area's come so far. They're about to build a little tribute here to some of the baseball legends that came from Mobile, which is really, really amazing. Satchel Paige and Hank Aaron and Willie McCovey and Ozzie Smith. They're all in the Baseball Hall of Fame from this little city here in Mobile. It's just really a neat thing to have that many incredible athletes come from this small area. Just trying to kind of give you a good visual overview of our very concentric downtown area. Hey y'all, downtown on Government Street at the monumental Greek Revival Barton Academy from 1835. It was the first public school in the state of Alabama, and it's so beautiful. And look at the way that this live oak tree, these limbs are stretched out. You can even still see some of the Mardi Gras beads from Mardi Gras that they haven't been able to get out of the trees. I wanted to showcase this with these Ionic capitals. This is such a majestic, beautiful building. And another one that through a lot of vision and hard work has been saved. It's actually now another school for world studies. And I just thought it would be so cool to kind of show this. And look at up top. You have this rotunda at the top with it's an incredible view of the skyline of the city and this iron fence. I mean, all these things are just such a treasure of Mobile's past. And we just want to encourage people to come downtown and look at all the beauty that we have here and all the history that's been preserved. It's just a wonderful, wonderful aspect of our city. It's actually a really large building. It wraps around the back as well. It was added on to at the turn of the century. And as I said, it's the first public school building. See how it wraps all the way around the back. They did a wonderful job with this cast iron fence that surrounds the entire property. Really, really a treasure for the city. So come downtown, check it out.
Thank you for listening to Mobile by May. Please make sure to leave us a review on the podcast platform. Share with your friends on social media. We love questions, so feel free to text us at 601-955-3490 or smay@samwinter.com. You can also follow Steve May on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.